Wow.
That is not how God operates.
Well, you know, I think what the brother's trying to express is information that is in the Bible that speaks about how the chosen people, when they turn their back on the Most High, that He would send down these punishments on them to correct them, you know, to correct their behavior. And the Bible actually says that this correction is like a man chastising his own son. So when that brother was talking about curses, that's what he's actually talking about, the actual punishment that the Most High puts on His people to awaken them out of the ignorant slumber that they're in, just like you were just saying about knowing yourself, whereas the Most High's people has lost the understanding of who they actually are, so He has to do certain things to whip them out of that slumber. So,
well, no, I agree to you about them not knowing who they are and that they need to be whipped, but the whipping comes from self. It doesn't come from God. It comes from self, because if you lie around and you want to be ignorant, then that's on you, because there's everything around you for you to evolve and become spiritually enlightened. And it is up to the spirit of the soul to rise up to that attainment. If they sit there and wallop in despair or wallop in dirt, that's left on them. But God doesn't. God helps those who help themselves. And if you make the first step to climb up out of the mud, then God will send something to wash you off. He might send a rain to wash you off. But if you continue to sit in the mud, no matter how much rain comes, the mud is still going to be on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my point.
Right, and I think that that's exactly what the brother was saying, is that we need something to strike us, to lift us out of just where we are as a people. As you see these things constantly keep happening to us over and over again, and we keep doing the same old thing to try to get out of the same situation, and it never works.
Well, it's because of self-hatred. Because some things happen for the glory of God, and some things happen because of man. But some things happen because of the glory of God. And this is such a thing, is what I'm saying. My events happen for the glory of God, so it can open up doors for a lot of people. And it's to stir them out of their whatever they're in, slumber or ignorance or just plain self-hatred or whatever excuses they have told themselves. I believe that God has some things on earth for His glory to come out of it, so people can know that He exists in this world. That a lot of people have been told lies, that money and power and fear and all these, and ignorance, which are all illusions, are greater than what God has given us, which is truth.
Mm-hmm.
And every man needs to fess up to truth and deal with it, and step up out of his slumber or his ignorance or his illusion or his whatever, his cowardice, and come and bring himself to the front. That's what life and spirituality is all about, is evolving so you can move on and not stand still and think that it's a one thing or it's just you. But it's not a just you, because evil is a very dominant thing. And when it comes after this group of people, and you don't do nothing, and it comes after that group of people, and you do nothing, and it comes after the other group of people, well, so when it comes after you, there's no one to help you, because you did nothing but sit there and say, well, oh, that's horrible that it happened to you, but, oh, I don't think it will happen to me. Well, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible clearly tells you if you don't stop evil, evil will spread. There is no honor among thieves. And who wants to join thieves? They always stab each other in the back and throw each other under the buses.
Okay, hey, we got 33 minutes remaining in the live show, then we're going to try to go an hour into the archives, and the phone lines are just really jamming up here. So we're going to take another call here. We're going to go to area code, what's it, 757. This is Aki Yacobelis. Yacobelis, are you there? Area code 757.
Hey, I'm here, Aki. How you doing?
Okay, great. Hey, shalom, shalom. Welcome to the show,
Shalom, shalom. Okay, Mrs. Sophia.
Yes, I'm here.
It's a privilege and honor. It's a very honor and privilege to talk to you today. I'm just enjoying what you're talking about and everything. I just want to admit one thing is that the first Matrix was my favorite movie.
Thank you.
I did like Matrix 2 and 3, but number 1 was all-time favorite for me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a excellent script. I'm sorry everything happened to you like it did, but you explained everything while you're still going through the process. Now,
yeah, like you got it when I was saying that some things happen for the glory of God. It's not a tragedy. All things are not tragedies. Out of the jawbone out of the ass comes honey. Mm-hmm. And some goodness comes out of something bad. Good comes from out of that.
Right. Okay.
And that's what that whole statement meant.
I had a question, and talking to most of the people here are Hebrews, and we feel that we're here in America as the forgotten people and the forgotten lost tribe, and we're just trying to get to our roots. But on the spiritual end, my question for you was that when you wrote the first Matrix, the Third Eye.
No, it's the same, because all they did was make derivatives of my work. Matrix and Third Eye, they're not separate, they're one.
I understand. So the original one is the Matrix one, is the Third Eye, the same thing. Okay. You have a broad, your meaning is broad in spirituality and a lot of, sci-fi and what have you. But did you say something like you had a dream and your upbringing, it was a Christian upbringing, and you kind of just put the two together and came up with that? How did that happen?
I didn't have a dream. I don't know where you got that with James Cameron having a dream of my work. No, I was brought up spiritually. Okay. My grandmother brought me up spiritually. She created a foundation of God in me early on as a little kid, and she bought all kinds of little books for me to read. So I was reading at 5 years old and writing.
Right.
She was a former slave. She couldn't read, but she could count, and you couldn't fool her. So when I wrote, I was actually writing and spelling at 5, because I had to read everything back to her verbatimly. You could not fool her.
It sounds like you're describing the oracle.
I am the oracle. That oracle was created on my real life.
Okay.
As a gifted seer.
I kind of picked that one up.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
It's very true.
Very good, very good. Wow, this is amazing. Now, do you have any current court dates to come up? You coming up with any court dates coming up now? Well,
right now I'm in the bankruptcy court for $380 million on Terminator 4, just one movie by itself. I'm in the Utah courts, $150 million court case, and I have lawyers on it because that default judgment, I really won that default judgment because the defendants went past 2 months. They never answered. The judge, she's a woman judge, her name is Brooke C. Wells. She got so mad that she had to give me the default judgment. She court ordered them to answer within 2 weeks. And if you don't, when a judge court order you, that means you either answer or go to jail. And they answered with perjury. And then she turned around in her filings and said to me, had they not answered, I would have given you the default judgment. Well, you know what? You can't have it both ways. You can't make somebody answer who was already defaulted.
Wow.
So that just shows you a corrupted court.
That's correct.
And I've already put in evidence that was ruled on August the 11th, 2009, the evidence proving their misconduct and that they committed fraud upon the courts. They had even been indicted, some of them, and gone to jail. Wow. It should have been disbarred a long time ago. Am I right or wrong, Dinez?
Should have been disbarred. Definitely.
Okay, well, it's been a real privilege to talk to you, and
thank you.
We're really praying for you, and hoping everything works out. We know it's going to work out, and it's going to work out for the people. So I'm just
yes, it is going to work out for the.
Come on.
Yes, thank you very much. You have a very good understanding because it is about the people. This is what this whole court case and what's happening in America is about: the people and rising out of ignorance and taking their rightful place with truth. And defending truth. That's very important. You have to take a stand. You got to decide what master you're going to serve. You can't love both masters. You're going to hate one and love the other. And you got to choose what master you serve. That's what this is all about. You making choices, and you're standing the test, because everything is a test right now.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's take another call again. We're going to go to Aki Malakaya in Alaska. Are you there? Shalom, Aki.
Shalom, Aki. Shalom,
right.
and welcome, and it is a privilege, Sophia, to have you encourage us and enlighten us on the things that you have faced and how the things that you have endured so far reveal to us as Hebrew Israelites that the things that are written in the Scripture are profound towards us, and how you are using those things, and even giving your understanding and your testimony to us